Mud Peddlers YouTube
Oh,
edition.
can we clap this time?
Or sometimes I like to do this. Ah! That works too.
That works too.
Yeah.
Can we clap just because I wanted to?
Yeah, okay. 1, 2, 3. Thanks.
This is The Mud Peddlers, a podcast where two nerdy ceramic artists share the behind the scenes of their worlds of clay. We're your hosts, Lindsey M Dillon.
And I am Donte of Earth Nation.
Today
we're doing the part 2 of the Patreon thing. This is Lindsey's part, so much like last time it was my part, I deeply apologize. This time it's Lindsey's part.
And I deeply apologize.
No. Lindsey's 100% better than...
No. I'm just gonna sip my tea. Also, yes, I'm using a mass-produced mug, but it was a gift from my sister from Australia, so it's okay to use mass-produced cups if you like them. They're just different.
Disagree.
Okay, that's fine. All right.
Heavily disagree.
I like it because it shows that a mug can be about its association and not just its materials.
No.
Doesn't that sound nice, though?
No.
Doesn't that sound marketable?
Want both. Want both.
I feel it. I do too. Ideally, I like drinking out of handmade works, but it's also like I like this cup. Anyway.
Sex is cool, but have you ever drank out of your favorite artist's handmade work? Right?
I mean, sex is pretty great, though.
Are they gonna pretend sex don't exist? Like, no, it's not real.
We exist because of storks. Point being, all right, so since this is...
A raven delivered me.
That seems like that would be like a good, like, old-style, like, MySpace personality test.
Yeah.
Like, what kind of bird brought you to your parents?
Oh
Mine would be like a shrike. You know, those birds that, like, take other birds and, like, stick them on cactuses?
Yeah.
That wouldn't be me. That would be somebody
Mine
else.
would be a really angry dove. It looked nice. Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
Yeah. All right, well, since this is going to be mostly me focused
Sorry.
today, Donte is going to be interviewing me, and I have all my notes. I was freaking out about, like, okay, how do I explain everything? But anyway, carry on, since you're the leader of this episode.
You just started putting these episodes on YouTube.
Yes.
But adjacently, are you going to start a Patreon?
My goal was to have my Patreon made, but not announce it,
Okay.
by mid-November, and then to launch it at, like, either the end of November or the beginning of December. And the reason I'm doing that is to just give myself a loose timeline, but also like, okay, let's this was like a goal for me this year.
I think that's good.
So let's just do it by the end of the year. But
I think that's good because you might, not you in specific, but people often overwhelm themselves. Like, I'm going to do YouTube and craft my stuff and edit my own videos and this all in 1 month. And you're like, good luck with that burnout.
have fun.
Have fun.
Yeah, no, honestly, that's like the biggest thing that has finally made me like mentally able to do the Patreon, because I think one of the things that's taught me before is that like I would think about, okay, what are all the tiers that I want to do, and then I'd go, oh god, this is overwhelming, I'll just not do anything. And actually being able to, like, it was kind of funny, Cody, my boyfriend, was the one who was eventually like, Lindsey, just start out small and then add more along the way. And I was like, that's possible? What?
You can do that? It's just one, like, the way you build a good house is one brick at a time. Some people just take the whole house. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's different personality types, of course. I'm glad you're doing it one step at a time.
Thanks. Yeah, it's been a long time coming for sure.
Have you figured out the tiers yet?
I think I have.
Okay.
Yes. So
do I get to know what the tiers are called and why?
Yes.
Are they super cheesy?
Kind of. Okay. So
yes.
this is okay.
Feed it to me.
All right. I'm gonna preface this by saying that, like, or explaining a little bit of the process behind it. So
Okay.
I sat down with my mom, because she's basically a business consultant half the time, because I'm like, Mom, how do I do this?
Your mom's really insightful.
She is. She really has. She's the one who basically came up with, like, the Mud Peddlers name. So she's great with names.
We were sitting here, like, going back and forth, and I feel like she just walked out and she was like, shh, Mud Peddlers, you dinguses, and, like, closed it. And we were like, yeah, that's...
I think we should make that canon. I think we should. That's how it happened. Yeah.
Write it in the comics.
So anyway, so I was sitting down with my mom. Hold on, since I just I'm still getting used to, like, being on like visual, so I'm like,
We
my
have
nose
lots
is
of-
running. Let me just like.
We have lots of facial and movement. Like I touch my face a lot.
Yeah, me too.
And it's just like Lindsay will talk and I'll just make weird faces at her sometimes.
And now y'all finally get to see the bullshit that I deal with. I know I just said that on our Patreon only episode.
But it's it's true though. Like it's very true.
Yeah. So.
What's the first? Well, so what's the
Yeah.
what's the monetary value of each tier? How high does it go? And then let's do the names afterwards.
Okay. So I have a. Do you want me to tell like what goes in that tier as well, or just the names, or just like the tier numbers?
Let's separate them. So like let's do the monetary tiers, and then let's call what they're named and why.
Okay.
And then let's go over like what they get per tier.
Cool. Okay. So.
Yeah.
So there's a $3 tier.
Okay.
There's I haven't decided if it's going to be a $5 or a $7 tier.
Okay.
The reason I like 7 is because it has like magical associations, and I kind of like that, because then the next tier is 13. So ideally I'd like to have a $3 tier, a $7 tier, and a $13 tier.
Are you picking all the magical Christian numbers?
They're not just Christian numbers.
I mean, yeah, Christian. Yeah, the book kind of.
They're just
still
like
a lot.
they're like magical associated.
They're
or
magical,
like,
and
yeah.
they were magical before the religions took it. To be fair.
Yeah. Well, plus 13 has like all kinds of. I don't think that's just a Christian thing. But,
Yeah.
But anyway, it's not intended to be an association with any Christianity, anything.
Mm-hmm.
But they have an association with like the occult, the magical, the otherworldly, which is like what I'm all about.
Angel numbers.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
I don't know what that means.
I'm a Sag.
You are though, aren't you?
No.
Wait, I don't know.
I can't tell them my astrological symbol.
Oh right.
Because
okay.
instead of getting to know me, they start assuming things about me and then correlating it as if it were true.
I
Instead
got
of just
you.
getting to know me as a person.
Yeah. Okay, so the naming conventions are kind of funny because when I was sitting down with my mom and brainstorming like crazy, I wanted to find a naming convention that kind of like matched my branding, but also kind of matched like the vibe that I'm aiming for.
Okay.
And the vibe that I'm like aiming for has more like, I want to basically, as we've talked about this a little bit before, but I want everything most of the things that I make to be associated with like another world. So ideally I'd like to get to the point where I have like stories associated with the creatures that I make.
The lore.
Yeah, exactly. I want to have like a whole world of lore on everything. So
I feel it.
So the titles, and the other thing too is that like I wanted them to immediately create a sense of like exclusivity, but not in like a traditional way. So
Yeah, not like you can't get it, more like it's special that I have it.
Yes.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
So the $3 tier is called the House of Earth. And the reason that I call it that is because when you think house, like I immediately thought of like Hogwarts houses.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, like I'm in like a special group, right? So it's House of Earth. And I chose Earth because it's like
It's an identifier.
I
I identify with Earth.
well, not necessarily. So I chose it because
I think I'm projecting.
that's okay. I can see it. So the reason that I chose Earth is because it's plentiful. So I kind of associate that with like a $3 tier. It's like, okay, like it's just a little bit, it's everywhere, but it's important. It's the foundation of what we work with as
potters.
as ceramic artists.
Got it.
Yeah. So the $7 tier or $5 tier, depending on what I decide, is House of Stone.
Okay.
And I like that because it is association with, again, like strength. It's kind of the middle part of our process because fired clay turns into
A stone type.
yeah. It's
I
like
feel
it's
it.
technically
It's like-
it's bisque. It's bisqueware.
Yeah.
But it's closer to stone than it is to dirt.
Right, it's like silica. Silica is not glass, but it has elements of glass which make it into a glass-like
Thing. Yeah. Well, I
Thing,
think
yeah.
silica is glass.
It's
but-
like if you talk to a chemist and you ask someone what glaze is, they're gonna say it's a glass
No.
like substance.
Oh, yeah.
But if you say it is directly glass, they're gonna be like, no,
okay.
no. So
Okay.
I have to be careful with the chemistry.
Got you.
There's always that one person in the comments. Always.
Yeah.
Technically. Shut up, nerd.
No, it's good. So again, it's kind of like the middle. It's the middle process. It's also like it's a little more than Earth, right?
Yeah.
But it's also its own kind of special kind of special thing. Then the $13 tier is House of Flame. And I like that because flame is kind of like that's how our magic happens,
Yeah.
right? Like it's the fire, it's the heat in the kiln that transforms everything.
Yes.
So I like that because $13 a month is it's a higher tier. It's kind of
Yeah.
like y'all who are donating at that level, it's like y'all are making the magic happen.
You did it on purpose.
Yeah. You are. Yeah. So
yeah, you're active participants in my content. You really make it happen. It's the same thing. I kind of think like at $2, it's like you bought me a cup of coffee. $5 is like you bought me a really expensive cup of coffee, and you want to support me. After that, my brain goes, you probably actually like me. Like, you want me to keep doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So I get it.
Yeah. And again, like every tier is, special. Like I want to appreciate, and which is kind of why like. Because I played around with some other naming conventions, like, I liked, when I was looking up, like, references for, like, how to, like, name everything, I looked at Peter Moorbacher's work.
Who's Peter Moorbacher?
He is a digital artist, and he does a series of work called the Angelarium. I'll post in the show notes, also in the thing below the video, the comments, or
nobody
whatever
knows,
it's called.
It has a name, but YouTuber culture always calls it like the doobly-doo or the box below.
The box below.
And everyone's like, it's
that.
Weird. I just say down below because I don't know what to call it.
Yeah, that makes sense. So anyway, so I'll put it in the thing below. But I played with some of their naming conventions, but I like Peter Moorbacher's because he just has one tier on Patreon, and it's just a $5 tier, but it's called like The Chosen. And when you sign up for it, you actually get a little pin. So eventually what I would like to do, I don't know if this is going to be in like the rollout of my Patreon, but I would like to have little like either pendants or like a challenge coin for every house. So if you sign up at the $3 tier, you get a House of Earth tier.
I've wanted to do that for so long with Lotus, but I've just never gotten around to it.
Yeah.
Also, there's so much work that goes into my Patreon in general that I would have to take away a tier and be like, you get a thing instead of what you're not using already.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's just more work.
That kind of reminds me of, like, one of the things that I wanted to talk about is, like, the structure of the Patreon. Because, like, I ended up looking up, like, because Patreon, like, the website itself has, like, blogs for folks who are looking to start a Patreon. And they talk about, like, okay, what are the different models that you can have? And I wanted mine to have, let me go back and say, I'll just, like, briefly, like, cover, like, what the options are, because I kind of want this episode to be, like, yes, I'm hyping up and being like, yeah, guys, I'm going to start a Patreon, but also, like, for the listeners or viewers who, who I'm still so stoked. I cannot. But for those who are looking, if you're thinking about starting one, I want to show you the steps that I went through, so that if you're kind of feeling overwhelmed and you're like, I don't even know where to start, maybe this will help you get started. So
maybe this will give you the courage to like just dip your toe in.
Yeah. Just kind of get you started.
Yeah.
So so some of the models on Patreon that they recommend, again, all of this is coming from the Patreon website.
Yeah, they give us Patreon. They give us newsletters, and every month they say like, hey, this might help you XYZ for support.
And you can also access these, like, on the website itself. So it's not just that, if you have a Patreon, then you get the emails. It's like you can find this on the website.
Right.
So, so one of the models of Patreon is access to community, which would kind of be like how you have a Discord, right?
Yeah.
So people who sign up for your Patreon get access to not only just, like, your content, but, like, the community associated with your content.
Yes.
Yeah. Then there's education, which is, like, again, kind of like what you already do, where it's like your Patreon is around providing information, teaching, etc., etc.
Yeah.
Then there's the fan relationship, which is kind of, again, like what you have in yours, because you have a tier where if people need tutoring on a specific topic, they get access to you in a way that other people don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then there's a service or a product. So, like, one of the people that I support on Patreon is Birdie Tam, and I love it. She has this thing where she sends out, like, a little like, she calls it Happy Mail, and you get exclusive, like, stickers and fun little things, and then, like, a little note talking about just, like, here's what I've been up to this month.
Yeah.
So that would be an example of, like, a service or product. So it's like you sign up for the Patreon and you get something in exchange. The other one is gated content. And there's 3 different kinds of gated content. There's the content library. So an example of that would be a podcast that I support called the Myths and Legends podcast. They have an entire section of patron-only, or an entire library of patron-only episodes.
Right.
So that's like, cool, you get that.
Right.
Then that's also kind of like the gated bonus content, which is like what you're already doing, but a little bit more. So I guess the extra episodes are kind of like that too.
Yeah.
And then there's premium content, which is basically, it's what you already do, but taken to the next level.
Right.
So an example would be like if I made a like a 5-minute YouTube, not that I would do this, but if I made like a 5-minute YouTube video on like, here's how I make my dragon egg mugs.
Right.
If I wanted to make that premium content, it would be like, okay, here's like an hour long, step by step with all the little tips and tricks. So that's that. So
the nitty gritty of how I do the thing you already like.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel it.
Exactly. So what I wanted to do was basically kind of mix and match some of those. So I want my primary models of Patreon to be like gated content with a little bit of products and services.
Okay.
And so at the $3 tier, and again, these are things I will probably add to more as things go on, but this is like just to get me started because I think this will be enough on its own.
Right.
So the $3 tier, the House of Earth, you get access to just some of the behind the scenes pictures. So things like, you know, any notes from my sketchbook that I wouldn't normally show, maybe some bullet journal stuff, you know, early access to like new projects that I'm working on, and just my inspiration photos, things like that.
Yeah.
You'd get access to some of that. The House of Stone tier, the $7 tier, you'd get access to all of the behind the scenes content and a shout out on the Mud Peddlers.
Okay.
And this would be both on like YouTube and on...
So your shout out's a second.
Shout out's the second.
Tier,
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my inclination, but again, like, that's just kind of what
I think that's good because some people use that shout out as like advertising. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? They're like, I need you to say my...
Bless you!
Oh, that made me dizzy. Some people use that shout out thing as like a way to advertise.
Oh,
it's like I have maybe 2 or 3 people who are like, I give you this and you put my name on screen for my business. Yes, done.
Oh, yeah.
So I think that's good as well. You'll get a couple of those.
Yeah, I mean that's fine, but like honestly, like I don't mind at least for now because I know that, you know, again, a shout out normally that's on like a lower tier.
Yeah.
So what I kind of want to do, and you know, again, this will depend on how many people sign up for this because I have no idea if people are going to sign up, but I kind of want to, because it's at that higher tier, actually say their name on screen. So I want to thank such and such, and actually like physically say that. I know that's like a small difference, but
it's a big that people like to hear their name.
I know
in bed.
I actually like low key, like I get that difference because there's a couple folks on Patreon. Well, I support a bunch of different people on Patreon, but like one of the folks, they're a music group and they actually they did a song, like it's like a 20-minute song.
Like a patron song?
A patron song. Well, they showed it to everybody, but they literally went through and posted photos and sang the names of every single patron that they had. And this group is called Riff Shop, I think it is. They do like hentai metal and
I'm sorry, what?
They have a song called Hentai Metal. It's great. It's just great.
Is it called hentai metal or is it hentai metal?
It is.
Or both.
It's about hentai, and so it's a metal group.
Is there like, oh yeah, in the background?
Oh,
yeah, of course.
Bro,
okay,
bro, you know, I've showed you the song, and then you looked it up, and you were like, no.
Oh, is it that one?
Yes.
Oh god.
Yeah. So anyway, it's great. But point being, there is something to like saying your name, and if you're donating at that level, like that's something that I feel like is a good thing.
I feel it.
So at the $13 level, which is the House of Flame. You'll get an extra monthly Mud Peddlers episode. And so that will, you know, I know you and I are still kind of working out exactly what that'll be. We've kind of jokingly called it like the Night Peddlers.
Yeah.
Because it's basically you and I with like...
It's us when we're perverted.
You basically, like with our Brenda being like, let us talk. And but it's kind of fun because it gives people a little bit more like insight on who we are and a little bit more of our like raw state.
Yeah.
Versus like trying to be nice and proper for, you know, for the interwebs. But...
Mud Peddlers, hello.
Yeah.
How are you today?
Greetings.
Night
Today
Peddlers.
we're going to be talking about...
Night Peddlers like, hello, how are you? You fuckers.
Yeah. And I'm going to have to edit that out.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. But so anyway, so we might do something that's like that, but what I for sure want to do for the extra monthly episode is kind of like a monthly roundup. So it's still going to be more loose, more casual than what we normally do here in terms of our level of perversion.
Yeah.
But it'll have a little bit of structure to it. So if you like the Mud Peddlers and you want to get to know you and like, you know, like Donte, I'm talking to the camera. So it's like if people want to get to know us better and they like what we have so far, the monthly episode is basically like a way to get to know us a little bit better, but it still also is us kind of talking about some art stuff, but also some personal stuff.
I feel it, yeah.
So it's not just like totally random, like here Donte and Lindsey talk about perverted stuff for half an hour. Like it's not just gonna be that.
It's in there. It's like I like to think of it if Mud Peddlers is like 70% on topic and 30% us. Then like the Night Peddlers is the opposite, where it's like 30% on topic and 70% us just being like, I don't want to make you edit more. So
no.
Yeah.
I like the idea of it being 50-50, but point being, people will be getting that extra episode.
Yeah.
And additionally, again, because I really like Birdie Tam's thing of having like a little mailer that she sends out.
Yeah.
I want to have a like basically a little patron only, like physical, you get it in the mail newsletter, and that'll have, you know, kind of like an update on what's going on, some behind the scenes stuff, and it'll also include like a little goodie, like a sticker, or like I want to make postcards. And part of the reason that I want to do that is I really enjoy getting things physically in the mail, and I think other people enjoy that too.
Yeah.
It's a way to physically see like, hey, this is like where your money's going.
Yeah.
And also like I've been again wanting to do stickers and postcards and like little behind the scenes stories and things like that.
Yeah.
So having it be related to Patreon will also kind of help me just like do that more, because it's like, okay, well, I have this set up.
Yeah.
I need to send it out to my patrons. And so it'll be a combination of like stickers for the postcards. It'll be like, here's a picture of this sculpture and the story that I've written associated with it.
I think
things like that.
I think you're right also in the sense that like people really like to have that exclusivity, but also not have it be like so mythical that you can't get it.
What
You
do
know,
you mean?
like when people get the little items that you're talking about, the
Oh,
product,
yeah.
they go, I have this because I'm part of the group that supported. Like it's more exclusive than the average person, but it's not so exclusive that it's like, I've never seen one. It's a myth.
Oh,
it's a lie.
Got
It's
you.
mythical.
I mean, admittedly, the number of people that will support me on Patreon is going to be relatively small, because like even on Instagram, I only have like fewer than 5,000 followers, so it's not like everyone's gonna be like, oh, it will be universally known that this is the icon of the House of Flame. You know, it's like not everyone's gonna know that.
You give me a while, I'll make it
Okay,
happen.
all right, I
You
appreciate
give me a
that.
second.
Yeah. So so that's kind of the layout. The things that I want to add in the future.
Yeah.
Again, I want to do the pendant thing where it's like this is the icon of the House
I want
of.
to do that so bad.
I know.
I might go home and do it like right after this. Actually,
You should do it.
Just make a little
that
White
actually
Lotus.
That reminds me, I want to have like exclusive like access to like Mud Peddlers mugs, things like that. I want to eventually as well have a tier, or maybe I'll probably integrate it into one of the tiers that I already have.
Oh, there it goes. Okay, hold on.
Okay.
I'll just turn it back on.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
It went right back on.
Okay. So I want to have, or I'll probably integrate it into a tier where people will have early access to my online store.
Okay.
And the reason that I don't have that set up right now is because I still sell things on Etsy.
Yeah.
So I'm still working out like, okay, at what point will it be more worth it for me to have my website only store? Because right now, financially, it makes more sense for me to still stay on Etsy.
Right, yeah.
But if I do switch, which I probably eventually will, that'll be something that I want to add to the tier.
Okay.
I also do like the idea of doing a mug giveaway, kind of like what you do, because when I was researching all the other things that people who do ceramics have in their tiers, that did seem like that was something that was pretty standard. Like Ave Rivera has that, John the Potter has that, you have that. But for me, that was one of those things where it's like, I already have enough trouble keeping up with the inventory that I want to provide for my regular shop updates.
Yeah.
And it's not like I'm making 100 mugs a month. Like if I make 30 to 40 mugs a month, like that's a good month now.
Yeah, if I put those on the website after I make them in 1 month, that's a good month for me.
Yeah.
John's like a productionist. He's like, I made 200.
Bro.
Yeah, he does, like, that's his bread and butter right there.
Yeah. So I think it's a little bit easier for, again, not that it's like not challenging, but for him, like, it's easier for him to produce cups. And for me, like when I was working out, like, okay, if I had, I can't remember exactly what the number was, but for me to basically make it financially worth it for me to give away a mug every month, I would have to have like 25 patrons.
Yeah.
Which if I did 1 mug a month, even if I only had 25 patrons, that's over 2 years of people on that list getting through all the cups. So it just
That's a thing I do where I'm like, the only way I can get... I give people some stuff if they support me at a certain level, but I can only do it if there's enough of them. Because that makes the amount of money it would take to make said product and send it to them.
Yes.
Anywhere underneath, like, 40 patrons is like, I can send 2 mugs, and that's the price of the mug. So depending on, like, if your mug's like 50, and my mugs are like 40, that's $80 right there.
Yeah.
Plus the amount it takes to send it. Let's assume, if we're being nice, it's $10 each.
Yeah.
That's $100 right there. And that's for a $5 support tier.
It's just not really...
You would need at least 20 people, and that's your breaking even right there.
Yeah, and then for each of those 20 people to get a mug, because you have to go down the list, that's a year and a half, 2 years.
Right.
So it's, so right now, that was just like, okay, the idea of including a mug giveaway is where I hit the wall the most.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what? I know that it's a standard thing for a lot of people, but for me, not really feasible right now.
Not right now.
Yeah, so, so that's kind of, I don't know, that's kind of one of the things. Oh, one of the other things that I wanted to talk about is, like, the challenge of weighing the different costs. Because this kind of, I'm like going and Dante's like, I'm here with you, Lindsay. Is talking about weighing the different costs, because again, like you and I were just talking about with the mugs, you know, anytime I want to add something, I have to think about, okay, what is this going to cost? Because even thinking about like, okay, having an extra episode or an extra episode of the Mud Peddlers, I have to set up an entirely separate podcast channel, which is like right now for the one that I pay for the one that we have right now, that's $20 a month. Yeah. So it's like,
you'd have to direct, like if you did Night Peddlers, you'd have to go to Patreon and direct load them. And then people would have to find that sound file later on.
Yeah, and that's just like that's too much. The other podcasts that I support on Patreon, they all have a separate separate podcast.
So that people can have the access link to only that podcast.
Yes. You basically like to get access, you just need to like type in a password. So you put in your password and you're good.
Damn.
So it's great because I want to make it easy for people to like listen if they're a patron. But again, I have to think like, okay, that was the difference between that being at at the $7 level versus the $13 level. Because if I only have 2 people signed up, I mean, just hypothetically, if I only have 2 people signed up at the $5 level, like that's not enough to even cover the podcast, right? So I'm trying to think about what is in some ways the lowest monetary and physical effort that I can put out and make this sustainable. Right. With the fewest number of patrons. Because for all I know, nobody's gonna sign up. I mean, like, I'd like to think that, like, there's been enough people who have contacted me and been like, hey, Lindsay, like, do you have a Patreon? I want to support you. That's one of the other things that's, like, really helped me actually start doing this, is that people have been like, hey, like, I want to support you. So I'm like, okay, I'll do it.
Some people like your content so much that they want to support you and you don't have a way to be... I ran into that issue for a while when I just didn't have a shop, but I had, like, a YouTube channel, an Instagram, and a Twitter. People are like, I want to buy your work. And I'm like, I want to fucking be a patron, I guess. And they're like, I just want to buy the thing.
And I'm like, there's not enough.
There's not enough. There's no way I have to buy... So then I made the website, and now... I might actually, bit of a rift, I might actually set up an Etsy and make more...
Wait, also, quick thing, I think your hand, I noticed in the last video, your hand covers your face a lot.
Oh,
so
sorry.
When you're like, doing it, I was noticing that in the editing, and I was like, okay, I think the line from where Dante's hand is to where his face is like getting blocked off.
Sorry.
So, no, you're good.
Here, I'll do this. I'm closer now.
Not that you have to do that, but, oh my god. Anyway, sorry, so you were saying something you were thinking about doing.
I was thinking about doing like Etsy and then having my more exclusive or my more like artistic stuff go onto my website. So if you want to buy like jars or like special mugs or bowls, because let's be real, people just be buying mugs all the time.
Yeah. Well, but I wonder, would that be worth it though? Because you have, because you still have to pay every month for your web store, and then you'd also be paying... per item on. So it's like if nothing sells on your web store, you're paying. I think you pay what, the $18 tier.
Yeah, you're right.
So you're paying $18 a month, and no one's buying it.
That's true. Yeah, so, it would only be the people who want to buy like $100 vases. Yeah, just because they're fancier than mugs and whatnot. Right. I feel it. Yeah. So you're right though.
I've thought about this so much. Like, as y'all can see, well, as some of you can see, I have like shit. papers and shit, because it's like I probably overthink this stuff. Like, I tend to think myself into a like bubble of like not doing the shit that I need to do.
Yeah.
But it's nice because it's like, okay, I go through this whole process of like prepping all this shit, planning these things, like whether it's for like YouTube or like what my web store is going to be or versus Etsy versus like, and then setting up a Patreon.
Yeah.
But like once I go through the whole process and I actually like do the thing, like I feel more confident about this than I have basically all year.
Yeah, and once you do it, you're like, wasn't that bad?
Yeah.
Like, I fought myself to death over this. Mm-hmm. And it took like 25... The amount of effort
but it was
took
still worth it though. Like,
yeah,
that's the thing.
you should
it's
think
like,
about
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
But like, overthinking it is like, oh, I could have just did it.
For me, I tend to lean more towards like, I kind of feel like I almost need to overthink it and then reel it in. But if I don't like go through that process of just like being like out everywhere,
yeah, could
you?
It
sound weird on the audio. Then
no, could you show me how it is again?
But if I don't go through that,
sorry, I'm sorry.
Oh my god!
Why did Cthulhu just climax everywhere?
Oh god! I mean, oh Jesus! What would that even look like? I don't want to know.
Like this.
Sorry. Damn it. Anyway, I feel like I need to go through that process to eventually get to the point. Where I'm, where I've got it figured out.
Okay.
So I don't know. So it's like, yeah, I don't know if that makes sense, but
I get it.
The biggest things that have helped though in going through this. Sorry, I know I'm just like word vomiting now, but
no,
like,
you're good. We already had the Donte episode. This is you now.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't feel bad.
I'm gonna talk about everything. Some of the other things that I did that helped. So it's like, again, if you're thinking about making a Patreon and you're not sure where to like kind of how to get things started. Looking like I asked a few different people. I've had many conversations with you, Donte, as you know, about fucking shit. I've had many different conversations with you, Donte.
I've just had them.
You just had them, yes. About like how you set your Patreon up.
Yeah.
So it's like if there's somebody that you can talk to who already has a Patreon, pick their brain about it.
Yeah.
I think even if you don't really know somebody personally, like let's say there's a creator that you follow and you know, I think it's fine to ask to like kind of be like, hey, like I'm thinking about setting up a Patreon. Is there any chance, you know, you'd be willing to share a little bit of your process? I have these specific questions. Yeah. I think that's fine. I also have a critique group that I'm a part of. So I shared the different Patreon tiers with them, and a couple of people in that group are actually like, they do art marketing like for a living. So that was really helpful to get their feedback about that. Mm-hmm. And then I did the brainstorming with my mom, and then I also looked a lot at the other patrons that I already support to look at what kind of themes they had, and then and then all at the same time trying to think about like, okay, what's my branding? What do I want this to be like? So it was a process.
Dude, the farthest that I go is I ask John the Potter sometimes because he's a business person.
Yeah.
And half the time he just is too busy, so he leaves me on scene. He doesn't. But if he understands that I really need advice on something, he answers.
Yeah.
But half the time he's like, I'm too busy. That's as far as I go.
Yeah.
Is to ask him. Maybe Tim C. Yeah, I just kind of do the thing and learn from the experience.
Yeah.
But you're like big and then you whittle it down. I'm down and then I expand over time.
Yeah. And I'm trying to learn how to do that a little bit more. Like, again, start small with this.
Yeah.
And then eventually get bigger. But yeah, when I'm actually planning shit out, I tend to, like you're saying, I start big and then narrow down and then I actually do the thing.
Yeah.
So.
You good? You alright? I could tell that was a lot.
Yeah, that was a lot.
That was a lot of expulsion that just happened on your part.
Oh, one more thing.
Okay.
One more thing.
Alright.
One of the other challenges was figuring out how do I make content that hits both people that listen to the Mud Peddlers and people that don't listen to the Mud Peddlers. Because I have a following on my Instagram, and not everyone really cares about having an extra episode of the Mud Peddlers. So I had to think about, okay, what's something else that I can give them that is going to be, like, worth it. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
I imagine once I get the swipe up feature, or you also, it would be way easier because the amount of people that really just buy convenience is astronomical. Like when you're setting up a system, you're not really selling your product. The product is the end of the row. The convenience to get to said product is what people are really into.
Yeah,
if
that's
it's
huge.
too difficult, they give up and they're like, I don't even want it anymore.
Yeah.
And they go somewhere else. That makes it more convenient.
Mm-hmm. Which I think is why Patreon as a service has really been a game changer for that.
Yeah.
You know?
Definitely. I can get more of what I want by clicking these 2 buttons.
Yeah. Yes, please.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Are you good?
Yeah, I think I'm good now.
Are you good now?
Is there anything that you feel like I missed or that you want to ask me? Because I've basically just been expositioning all over the table.
You didn't miss so much that I don't, like, you're good.
Okay.
You hit all the money shots.
Yeah.
We need to, after so many of these episodes, we have to make like a 2-minute.
Oh!
Yeah, we have
real?
to. Yeah,
I mean, not like a real, like an Instagram,
reel.
but yeah.
We have to make
like
a 2-minute
the...
reel of like Donte making faces at Lindsey to stop her progression, and then Lindsey making weird sounds.
Yes, and then we need to have like a pervert reel.
Yeah, we have
where
to have
it's like
that.
this
Yeah,
is us like talking about all the
being perverted.
Yeah.
I've recently started to try to watch The Office, and I realize a lot of The Office is them being socially awkward, and then like 80% of it is socially awkward sentences, and then they go in the camera.
Yeah.
That's 80% of the show, and I feel bad because I'm starting to do it now. You ever do it when you're home alone? You're like, that was weird, and you look at like a fictitious camera.
No, but now I kind of want to.
I do it all the time.
Oh my god, it's like Truman Show.
And then
level.
Abel is watching me look at the fictitious camera, and she's like,
You okay?
what are you doing?
Oh my god,
It
that's
can't
funny.
just be me. It can't. It's just me.
Tell us in the comments. Because we have a comment box!
Because we have comments now! It's gonna be a reel of that, too.
Oh, what the... It's gonna be... making hentai noises.
Lindsey, 8 minutes
God.
of Lindsey making
Man, I
hentai
should
noises.
start an OnlyFans, man. Throw with my feet, make hentai noises.
Why feet? I don't know.
It's always feet, man.
I'm not a feet guy, so when I meet other feet guys, I'm like, what is it about it? Like, I don't... Is it that you shouldn't be that is it like taboo enough, but not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like the lowest tier of taboo to where you're like, I'm into it, but it's not illegal.
Yeah.
You know? Like, it's not like Deep South.
Oh, God. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, I think that's a good fade out.
Is there anything you wanted to go over before we
Bro, I legit...
end it off? You have 4 papers in front of you.
I do.
I have 4 milk teas. Well, I have 2.
Okay, I guess
Usually
for shits and giggles, I'll read through some of the tier ideas that I had.
Oh, the ideas.
Yeah. So like what the different things were gonna be, just so you can.
Do you want me to interview you on it so you could like?
I was thinking I could just like list them. Like I could just like read through like here's all the things I brainstormed.
So this is the brainstorm list. This is stuff before you had a solid identity for what the tier list for Patreon would be.
This was like slightly past the initial brainstorming phase and beginning to hone in like, okay, what's going to be at different levels.
Okay.
So I had an idea for a free tier, which is access to some of Patreon only posts.
You know, free tiers are actually really good. They have them, but often when you have a free tier, they will message you and try and make you sign up for the real tier.
Oh.
Does that make sense? Like
Yeah.
Like I have a friend who set up an OnlyFans, and she's like, yeah, I have a free tier, but my free tier is really just people who sign up for like, there's no real content there. It's just me messaging them saying, hey, if you want better content than what you're getting now at the free level, which is just my Instagram pictures really, you can buy into this. Like, it's just trying to convince them.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Patreon's like, you should do a free tier.
Yeah, I that's why I originally had that idea, but then when I talked to my critique group, they were kind of like, hey, you know, we're on Patreon. We know the point is to give money, so just don't even worry about it. So I'm going to have a $3 tier, which is access to all of Patreon-only posts. So sketchbook, bullet journal, new projects, random project, my inspiration. And so you can see for this basically did make the cut.
I see.
Yeah. So then a $5 tier was going to be early access to shop updates.
Are those highlighted?
Bro, they're highlighted.
Is them's highlighted?
They're highlighted because I basically organized this list, and eventually I'll get through everything. I organized this list by 3 tiers of difficulty. So everything in green is things that are not too intensive, and it's basically more of what I'm already doing.
There's not just one highlight. I'm just letting you guys know that. There's 3 different colors of highlight.
The second color
It's one piece of paper.
The second color is somewhat intensive, so it's like kind of medium difficulty.
Is that the red or the pink?
That's the yellow.
Okay, so the yellow is like medium.
Yeah, and then the hardest is basically what is very time intensive, either monetarily or. So what's the blue? Oh, blue is that was just like a link.
Okay.
That's not
it
highlighted.
printed that way.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go through the rest of these relatively quickly, and then just kind of I'll just run.
Go for it.
Okay. So $5 tier is going to be early access to shop updates, early access to episode of the Mud Peddlers, voting privileges on upcoming designs, access to monthly Q&A, and shout out on the Mud Peddlers.
I thought about the voting system as well. Mm-hmm. I had it up for a while. Nobody voted. I would have 100 patrons and 3 of them would vote, and I'm like, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
Why am I putting this amount of effort for no one?
That's a huge thing. I think the fact that you talked about, or the thing that you talked about on the last episode, where it's like some people just sign up and they're just kind of, here, go.
Yeah, they treat it like a gym membership.
Yeah, and I think that's fine. I mean, honestly, I do that a lot with a lot of the I do that with a lot of the creators that I support on Patreon as well, where I'm just like, I just want to give you some money to help you keep doing this.
Right.
I often don't take advantage of the things.
I just want you to be better lived.
Yeah, basically. So then there was going to be a $9 tier that was going to be the most expensive tier. That was Patreon only episode of the Mud Peddlers, a mug giveaway, and I think that was it.
That's a lot for $9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then some of the other ideas that I had were to smash a mug in your honor, early access to YouTube channel, and that's because I don't have a YouTube. Well, now we have a YouTube channel, but before I didn't have one, so that's why I was highlighted in red. And then exclusive videos, Patreon exclusive designs, other time-based item rewards, and oh god, what was this? So this is not on the list, but I remember one of the other things was having the icons, and so that's another thing that did make the list. So you can kind of see there's a decent amount of stuff.
Yeah, there is. That looks like a good pre-brainstorm for you, as far as I know you.
Yeah.
That's actually relatively simple.
Yes.
Yeah, usually you have a 3rd page somewhere.
Yeah. No, this was basically when so I was in my critique group, and we meet every 2 weeks. And I was basically okay, we're meeting tomorrow. I have to bring something for us to discuss. And so I finally sat down. I was like, okay, let me write this out. And that's what I got feedback on that week.
I feel it.
So, anyway, so I guess that's kind of it. Is there anything else that, you think I should...
We did a lot, Lindsay.
We did. What time is it anyway, man?
Oh, so my camera stops at 25 minutes.
Holy shit.
And it's about 20 after, so this has been...
a 45-minute episode?
A quarter less than an hour, yeah.
Holy
so it's about 45 minutes, yeah.
Holy balls. That's going to be a lot of editing. God damn it, Donte. Oh my god, how long have you been planning that? That's gross. For our listeners, Donte's got boba between his teeth. Alright, I think we're done. God damn it. Oh, I'm sweating balls, man. It is so hot in here.
It is hot in here.
Okay, I'm gonna open up the windows. And that's it for today. Thank you for listening to The Mud Peddlers with Lindsey M Dillon.
And Donte of Earth Nation.
Want to say hi and see what Donte and I are working on in our studios? Check out the show notes for links to our websites and social media below. You can find me at lindseymdillon.com. That's LINDSEY, M as in monster, DILLON.com, and on Etsy, Instagram, and Facebook at Lindsey M Dillon.
And you can find me at Earth Nation Ceramics. It's spelled exactly how you think it's spelled, but you can also find me on my Facebook fan page and Instagram at the same name at Earth Nation Ceramics.
If you enjoyed hanging out with us today, or you have a question or topic you'd like us to discuss, take a second to rate and review The Mud Peddlers in Apple Podcasts. It helps our podcast reach new listeners, and we really appreciate the feedback. Thanks again, and we'll catch you next time.